Hello, my most amazing 3G artists. Today we are going to just do some practice drawing. We're going to start a new project soon, and the project is involving drawing animals. And in science class, you'll eventually be studying animals too. So I'm just hoping this will start getting you kind of interested in looking at animals and thinking about animals. Today we're just going to practice how you look at a picture or a photograph of an animal and sketch it. Because eventually our project will be that we will take a piece of white paper, we will divide it or draw 4 sections. There'll be 4 corners. So we're going to have 4 separate pictures of an animal. The same animal, but 4 different views. And so what I need you to do is I just need you to find a piece of like copy paper. Now I don't think I put this in your packet. I think I just put like the final paper in your packet. So I do not use that. Don't use like the thicker white paper that I included. I would just find even a piece of notebook paper that has lines on it. That's okay. It's not ideal. But if you don't have a piece of copy paper, grab whatever paper you can find that is good for practice. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold mine into 4 sections. I'm just going to outline those with my pencil, and since this is just practice, I'm not going to use a ruler or get really picky about it. When we do our final one, we will be a little more precise. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and practice with me on the animal that I chose for today. I have a book about Bighorn sheep. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that I have a picture here of a Bighorn sheep, and you can see all of it from its hoofs up to the top of its horns. And I would like to try to sketch that on my paper. Now, I'm going to turn it this way because I think my picture will fit better that direction. Okay, now here's what you should think about, because we're not all going to draw the same picture when it's time to do your final product. So you're going to need to kind of be able to sketch the pictures that you choose. I'm going to be drawing in my book. I don't recommend that, but I'm just using this as a teaching tool. So don't freak out. It's okay. It's my book. I own it. All right. So don't draw in your books. Got that? Don't draw in your books. All right. I want you to notice that this looks like a really hard thing to draw, but since we're just sketching it, I want you to think about simple shapes. As you know, there are 7 elements of art. And one really important one is line, but another really important one is shape. And I just want you to think about the shapes you see in this animal. So when I look at his face, I see a triangle shape, and I'm just going to kind of outline it here for you so you can kind of see that triangle shape also. Then I also see this ear shape right here. And of course, these big, huge horns just make like a rainbow shape. Nothing too complicated, right? Now the body, you know that the body of, like a bighorn sheep, if you turned him, it would be longer, but he's facing us. So really what you see is an oval shape right here. Like the trick to being an artist who can draw things that you see is to look actually at the shapes you see in front of you. Don't think about what the shape really is when he walks around on the mountain. Just look at what you see with your eyes. And that's what we're going to start with. We'll get to the legs and the back of him in a minute. All right. So I'm going to think about how big I want to make it. And so his hoofs need to be down here. That means that his horns need to be way up here. So his head needs to be right about here. I need to leave space for his horns here, space for his horns there. So I'm just going to sketch in a triangle shape right there. And then I'm going to sketch in an oval shape for the front of his body. right there. All right, now I'm gonna just rough in the ear shape right there. And then I'm gonna do the big curving horns. And I can go almost up to the top of the page and make this big rainbow shape. Oh, those are so awesome. Okay, and then this is the other side of the rainbow shape. Okay, now on this side, it's a different angle, so it doesn't quite make a rainbow shape. I see a shape here that looks like a trapezoid. Do you see that? So I'm going to start here, and I'm gonna come down with like an angle this way, then a short angle this way, and then this one's shorter than that, so I'm gonna come this way and here. So that's my trapezoid shape. And then this is shaped like the letter J. You see that? Sometimes if you can relate it to something that you already know how to draw, then it doesn't seem so, overwhelming. So now I'm going to just add this J shape right here. Goes there and there. Oh my goodness, it's already looking like a bighorn sheep. Okay, do you see this triangle shape right here? That's the other tip of this horn. So I gotta make sure I put that right there. Nice. So see how this is like a semicircle? It's like a backwards C right here. So I'm gonna come a little bit lower on the oval, and then I'm gonna make that shape right there. Okay, now we're gonna just put his eye real quick right here, just an oval shape. And this eye you can barely see on this side, so right there. His nose is like a V shape, comes down, and then his mouth is just a line right there. Okay, I'm gonna just put in a little bit of shading on the ear. I'm gonna straighten these out a little bit. Let's move on to the second sketch. So the next one I want to do is going to be more of a close-up of his face and his big horn. So I'm going to use this picture that I found in the same book, but I am going to kind of think of just having this corner. Like I'm not even going to draw both horns. I'm going to kind of make a frame around it myself. And so my picture would be a vertical, like my frame is a vertical type frame. So I'm gonna just draw a line on the part that I think I wanna fit in my frame. Just this part right here. So if that is my rectangle, then I can really think about how big I need to make the things in my picture. When this is the frame, look at how much that horn takes up. It goes all the way from the right side of the paper to the left. So, and it has this beautiful curve shape right around the top. So I'm just gonna put a guide mark for myself. I am going to put a line here for where to start the curve, and then I'm gonna put a line here for where I want the curve to end. All right, I'm just gonna sketch a nice rainbow shape, a rainbow curve, and that's going to be the curve that you see right here, okay? So now I'm going to see the rest of this curve is gonna come down here and curve around this way. I'm gonna have to leave a little space here for the eye and part of his head. So now I'm curving in like that. Okay, and then I'm going to make the point here, and then it comes very thick this way. Now you can always go back and erase and kind of fix it. This got a little bit skinny here, so I'm gonna just erase that, Make it a little bit thicker there. Yeah. Okay, then I can see that we've got these awesome wrinkles here. Now that's the thing about when you do the up close drawings, you're really gonna focus on texture and lines that make texture. And so that would be something we wouldn't skip. We would definitely focus on those and draw those in. So I'm just gonna sketch them quick. If I was doing my final product, I would be more careful about how to do those. But there are lines that go all the way around on this horn. And as it curves, the lines change direction. And that's really important to make it look like it's going the right way. Okay, now there's an ear hiding under here. And then I can see that the shape I need here, it goes off the page there. The shape I need for his eye is just an almond shape. So I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna make this eye kind of carefully. And then I'm gonna make sure I put the detail in the eye because it's close up. So I'm gonna need to leave a little white reflection. I'm gonna shade that in a little bit. Put some coloring around it. And then later, like I said, if I was doing the real project, I would be putting lots of colorful details there. And then this part just comes down straight. And there would be some shading to make this go in kind of a diagonal pattern. All right, so that would be like the close-up. All right, now another thought I had was you could also choose to do a picture of like a baby or a young animal of the same species. So I thought it might be kind of fun to do this one. So again, you look at the shape. So I see a triangle shape with rounded corners and it's kind of tilted. And then I see these ear shapes. And now the horns of the young one are just kind of pointy and a little bit of a curve. So I'm gonna put that one here. And so I'm gonna start by just putting this triangle shape here, curving those corners. And it's really cool to do a very big close-up of the eye. So I'm just gonna kind of make up my own for now using this picture, but I would get a close-up on the computer if I was doing my final product. But so I'll make a real curve, nice kind of an almond shape here. And then I would be adding a lot of detail. So today I just wanted you to kind of sketch 4 different views of an animal with me and see how you can make an animal by breaking it down into simple shapes and lines. All right, I hope you enjoyed the practice today. I really need you to start looking online or in books for some pictures of animals that you would be interested in drawing. You're gonna pick one animal and draw it 4 different ways. All right, I will talk to you again next week.